out of all of the anime that I'm going to be reviewing this season, I can just already see how hard it is going to be to try and fill the video with different art every 55, 60 seconds. I can already see that to be difficult. Why? Because out of every single anime reviewers that I have ever watched, I have yet to really see an anime review on Classroom Crisis, and that unsettles me a little, because that tells me just how unpopular it was. And it wasn't even that it wasn't good, it's just everybody just kind of saw it, and they just kind of went, oh, okay, yeah, Classroom Crisis, okay. Kind of sounds like Assassination Classroom, but probably different, not going to look into it. And then everybody just kind of dropped it off. And this isn't like Roku no Yusha, where everybody got pissed and dropped it. It was more like the first couple of episodes were genuinely boring. They were genuinely boring. You watch the first couple of episodes and you're just thinking to yourself, okay, I can see this being an okay anime. And like, if you're like me, what you were thinking to yourself was, wow, so they've finally done it. An anime about the labor versus management in a business corporation. All right, I guess it was about time that they did something like that. And I gotta say, after watching this anime, I have a better understanding of how the power struggle is between those two organizations. Hey, if there was one thing, it did that much for me. But in all seriousness, it actually turned out to be a really surprisingly good anime. The reason why nobody knows about this anime is because it had such a weak start. It had such a weak start. And I'm not talking about like it was a mediocre start, it was an average start. No, I'm talking about like boring, as in you're listening to a lecture at school and it's your least favorite subject. Whether it's math, English, history, all the above. It was that boring. You wanted to fall asleep. I don't know how. I don't know what made me continue watching this anime. I just did. And I really honestly have to say I have no regrets for continuing this anime. Now the first thing I'm going to discuss is, what is Classroom Crisis? Because like I said, not very many people actually looked into this anime, so I can imagine not very many people actually have ever heard of it to begin with. So, Classroom Crisis synopsis on my anime list, slightly different from Crunchyroll. I'm just going to take out my anime list because it sums it up better. Humanity has successfully colonized all the planets in the solar system, with intention to continue into new frontiers. Individuals live stable lives in these colonies, including young high school students living in Fourth Tokyo on Mars. Two of these students are Edis Shirazaki and Mizuki Seta. Edis is finishing her last year of high school while studying to be a test pilot, while her friend Mizuki also works as a mechanic on the aircraft. Her own brother, Kaito, oversees Mizuki and Iris as their homeroom teacher and program director. Now I know I said Edis and then Iris. I'm probably just going to stick to Iris, because that is actually what her name is. But so, the main characters are Nagisa Kiryu, Mizuki Seta, Iris Shirasaki, and Kaito Seta. Kaito is renowned to be a sort of a mechanical engineer genius. He's apparently a genius. You don't actually find that out until much later into the anime, but he's apparently a genius. Nagisa Kiryu, is the enemy in this anime. He is the antagonist. Why is he the main then? It's a complicated relationship. I will say that this anime kind of turns on its head about halfway through. I think what kept me going was just kind of the hope that it wasn't just going to end up being some kind of an economic lesson or something, and that it would actually have story and it would actually have character development. Boy, it did. It really did. I'm really glad I watched it. Really glad I got to see these characters grow. And I'm just rambling on about how great this anime is and how I just loved it. I'm not really saying the principal reasons why I liked it. The first and foremost reason that I liked it was the story. It doesn't show up until episode 4, episode 5, somewhere around there. The first few episodes are just kind of expository. They're just exposition building up, fleshing out the story. But the thing is, it was so expository, you were thinking to yourself, there is no story to this anime. That was what I was thinking to myself, and I can guarantee you that's what most everybody else was thinking. But it was exposition to a larger story. The first few episodes actually have meaning to the rest of the show, and that's good. I loved the story that you actually get to see later on. And it's a story that comes with a couple of plot twists that I definitely did not expect. There were multiple places and occasions where developments occurred, and I was thinking to myself, oh damn. And then they do a different angle on the development, and you go, oh damn. So the story was very good. And on the note of the development and like occasions that occurs, plot twists, also I have to credit to the characters. The characters were very likable, and they were probably the only reason in existence for me to keep watching this anime. It was very largely because of the characters. The characters I actually liked. I liked how they were so dynamic. There was so much dynamicness in them. And this anime knew its purpose. It knew not to fuck around with the side characters. I mean, I appreciate it when an anime does side characters and develops them, fleshes them out. But, I mean, to flesh out every single side character you meet, the guy that you talk to in the morning with a cup of coffee before you leave for work, you don't need to know their backstory. You don't need to know their lifelong ambition to revenge their sister's death or something. I don't know. Something very cliche, something very anime-esque. Like, you don't need to know that. You just want to get on with the story. And Classroom Crisis does that. It doesn't really, it focuses on a few characters that are minor characters. But it doesn't focus on all of the minor characters. Like, I feel like every time a character has a voice and they have actual lines in an episode, I just think to myself, shit, that's a side character that's going to get all the development that they don't need. But in Classroom Crisis, it's a different story. And in a few other anime I don't really want to list off right now. But in Classroom Crisis specifically, the minor characters stay minor. The characters that don't need development do not get development, and we focus on the main characters, and I really appreciate that. I really like that. The third reason that I really liked this anime, and this is probably, if not the largest, the second largest reason why I loved this anime. It's the fact that it's such a hidden gem. I went in not expecting anything. I went in not expecting anything at all. And yet, I was still pleasantly surprised to see it end the way it did. It's not a very resolute ending. It's not a very solid ending. It's more of a, oh yeah, we ended the story. But it's not a middle finger to your face kind of story ending. It's more just, oh yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to know more, but it ended, so whatever. It was a ending, is the best way I could put it. And what do I mean by hidden gem? I'll explain it to you right now. A hidden gem is a gem buried under a sea of really good anime. And people see this hidden gem and then they think to themselves, are you going to be one of two people? The first type of people is going to look at the anime and just go, it's a mediocre anime. I'm not going to waste my time on it. I have all these other really good anime to watch. And then you might be the other type of people, like myself. This is my type of people. We went over, saw Classroom Crisis, and we thought to ourselves, why the hell not? And we started watching. And we ended up seeing it to be actually really good. Of course, there's actually quite a handful of bad things about this anime. The first thing is the romance. Where the hell did the romance come from? Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? I mean, you can kind of tell that it's coming to fruition in the first couple of episodes. I'm not gonna say who it is. You just get the feeling. Oh yeah. They're gonna become a couple, like halfway through the series, right? But that doesn't halfway through the series is a totally different matter. Completely forget about the romance, and then they come back to the romance like 3 episodes before the end of the show, and you're like, whoa, hold on the fucking second. Hold on. Let me just press this pause button for real life. Hang on. You're telling me that this is how romance works? Not really. I don't really appreciate how they ended the anime in the romance aspect. I don't appreciate it. Let me just say it's bullshit. You might happen to like it. I don't know. For me, it was bullshit. And it just, I don't appreciate a harem forming when there was a romance in the equation. Like there was an actual couple in the equation. And now it's all of a sudden a harem. And it's like, what the fuck? No, thank you. So I didn't appreciate how they dealt with the romance that was involved in this anime. The second thing I didn't appreciate too much was how goddamn slow the beginning was. I mean, I would almost say skip the first couple of episodes. I would almost say that. But there's just enough information in the first few episodes that you need to know before you continue on to the rest of the show. There's enough of that to the point where you can't just skip it over. You have to watch it. And I just wish they did a little better job at the pacing, at all the information that we got in the first few episodes. Okay, yes, I understand it was expository. Okay, yes, I understand it was needed to be done for the rest of the show. But holy crap, can't you liven a dead horse a little bit? Like, give it some makeup, put a mascara on it, give it a tutu. Make it, it's going to be a dead horse no matter how you look at it. But the least you can do is make it look more attractive. Come on. Is this situation with the dead horse like it is in Classroom Crisis? Because in Classroom Crisis, it's not attractive. The first few episodes, you just repel everybody away. You're the antithesis to the light and the moth. And that's really all I can say in terms of Classroom Crisis. It was good. I really appreciated the story. I appreciated what they tried to do. And I really liked how they did everything. I liked the story. I liked the character development. What I didn't like so much was the romance between certain characters and how they ended the romance. I also don't appreciate the whole slowness of this anime. And even if the ending was, say, an 8 out of 10, the entire series is not an 8 out of 10. The most I would give it is a 6.5 out of 10. Not good, not bad, not great, not terrible, just average. Why do I call it a hidden gem, then, if it's just average? Because not a single goddamn soul actually bothered to watch this anime. That I know. There is not a single goddamn person that I know personally or anywhere else that has actually watched this anime. And given all things, 6.5 is really not that bad. Considering the beginning is probably like 2 out of 10. It's a nice, pleasant surprise. And if you do happen to watch this anime, don't give it the 3 episode rule. give it a 5-episode rule. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video was to your liking. And if it was, please hit the like button to let me know that you actually liked it. And if you want to see more videos like from me, DTA reviews, then please punch the subscription button below. And of course, I'm trying to be an educated fellow, speaking the king's speech. Nah, I'm kidding, guys. I'm bona fide American. Anyways, somehow, somewhere, I'll see you guys soon.